Welcome to today's video. Now before we get any further into the video, I did want to take a second to talk about today's sponsor, Waterdrop. So we have the Waterdrop Lucid 10 cup water filter pitcher and we love it. It is so convenient, it's so easy to use, and it works really fast. It actually fits perfectly in our refrigerator door. And to fill it up, you don't even need to take the lid off. So I just pull it out of the refrigerator and then stick it right under the tap and it goes right through the lid. Now, before receiving this product, I did a ton of research on it and it actually has over 15,000 reviews on Amazon and it's NSF certified. And this might not mean a lot to some of you, but I feel like it's important to say Waterdrop has passed over 400 plus chemical lab tests. It's BPA free, it's third-party tested, and it's great because it can effectively reduce 97.4% of residual chlorine, rust, metal ions, and other substances. And the filter has a lifespan of up to 200 gallons or 3 months, which is actually about 5 times that of competitor products. And it's really cool because, as you can see here, it has a built-in indicator of when it's time to change the filter. So what you do is when you change the filter, you hold it down and it will turn blue, and then when it's time to replace again, the little light will actually turn red. So you don't even have to think about it. It will let you know when it's time to replace the filter. So yeah, like I said, we love this water filter pitcher. It's also a very affordable price point. I will have it linked down below if you guys are interested, and let's get on into the video. Hi, I have a mobile order for Lauren M.
Yes, ma'am. You said from Ms. Lauren M?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. You're all set, ma'am?
Awesome, thank you.
It's my pleasure. Have a blessing.
You too. Oh, go ahead. We tried to merge at the same time. Okay. Yay! Getting a breakfast burrito. I just noticed I have a like thick black hair. I'm trying to get it out. Hi. Yes. Thank you. Have a good day. Hi guys, good morning. So I have filmed this voiceover like 10 times, but I have this problem in life where I talk way too much. So I'm gonna try to get to this as fast as I can so we can get into the video. But basically today's video is just a spend the day with me video. I had some requests that people wanted to see more of this like vlog style. However, if you're someone that's only here for like the decor or the shopping or the cleaning, don't worry, I am gonna be doing all of that in today's video. It's just gonna be more of a vlog style. I also have some new peel and stick backsplash coming in the mail that I'm really excited for, so I'm gonna share that as well. And I actually filmed myself doing a get ready with me and telling you guys the craziest story that happened the other night. It involved an inhaler, the fire department, just tons of stuff. But once again, I talked for too long. So I'm gonna put that at the end of today's video. That way, if you're not interested in a story time, you're not like, okay, come on. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned till the end, but let's just get on into the video. Yay, I did it. That was my fastest round. Oh my gosh. Whew, I knocked off like 3 minutes. Okay, I've been on the hunt for some really pretty like blue and white plates. These are so pretty. Okay, wow, this is like coffee book heaven, coffee table book heaven. I have never seen this many books in a store. This is like my dream. Okay, for some reason, this is very beautiful, but for some reason it reminds me of like a shark attack. I don't know, it just kind of looks a little bit like, you know. Ooh. I love tulips. I wish they had these tulips and I could put them in that clear vase. And maybe this looks better? Gosh, I don't know what looks better. Ooh, you know what? These are $32, so they do not look better. Always so drawn to anything blue and white. Can't figure out how much this guy is though. I love this little lamp. I don't know if you can tell, it's actually pretty small. Like it would be a good kitchen lamp, but it's $70. I cannot get on board for paying $70. These remind me of some Mexican food restaurant. I can't think of what it is. Maybe it's like On the Border or something. Okay, I'm back in the car, so I'm gonna do a little haul. I don't love these glasses on me. I feel like they look so goofy, like they're too intense. So I keep taking them off to film, but then I like can't see anything. But then it actually broke my other pair of glasses. He was playing with them and it like snapped off. And I didn't feel like wearing contacts today. But anyways, okay, this is what I got. So I got this, and I'm thinking for the kitchen. Like I put the coffee maker on it, and then I got like this little guy for coffee, because I don't love the like super ceramic look anymore, like kind of like the Rae Dunn look. I was into Rae Dunn like years and years ago, and now I really like the darker woods. I'm starting to like, and I like this like brass detailing. And I've also really been into clear vases recently, so I found this. It was only $7. I thought it was a good deal. And ideally I would put fresh flowers in it. Like I really am into tulips recently, or hydrangeas. So then I got these two. I couldn't tell if I like this, but is it gonna look too intense in my kitchen? I'm not sure. So then I was like, you know what, let me do this soft yellow instead. And I think it would be pretty in here, but if I ended up keeping it, I feel like I would have to do some kind of fake water look, like where it's resin or something and it sits a little bit higher up, because the vase is a little bit bigger for the flowers. I don't know, I'm thinking like something like this maybe in the kitchen. I don't know, that's what I got. Now I'm gonna go to Home Goods. Nope, Hobby Lobby. And go home and try to style it a little bit. I'm hoping my backsplash will be there when I get home. I'm really excited about it. Okay, let's go. Say cheese. And it.
Yeah, it's an oven. It's a coffee.
For Bennett, pumpkin bread. I got a blueberry muffin. I feel like these might be really pretty in there. And they were $10. really excited because I'm nervous. I want it to be like an off-white, and on the Amazon listing it looked like it was an off-white, but then all the reviews with the exact product in the exact color, it looked gray, and I really don't want gray. So, oh, wait a minute, I think I like it. Okay, it's a little gray, but not crazy, and there's a tiny bit of gray in this. And let me show you something. I think it will look good. Oh, I can't tell. So this color right here that we painted, this is Edgecombe Gray. So it is like a grayish tone because I didn't want it to be like too white and too stark. I can't tell if I like it or not. Because I obviously, if I want to return this, I can't open it. And you get 5 of these for $30, so they're kind of pricey. So I think what I'm gonna do is take this like painter's tape I have and kind of just stick it up here. Oh, okay. And see if I like it, like live with it for like a day. Ooh, I think I'm a genius. Oh, that does kind of look good. The glossiness just adds like a sophistication. I just think it's a little too gray, so I actually think I'm gonna return them. Bummer. I want something that's like a little more like this color, or even if it was the same color that I had painted the wall, just like a creamy white, that would be perfect.
Nothing like your smile in the morning, following the linings on your cheeks. 'Cause baby, in your absence life is boring, so I'll never leave. It's easier to love when it's you by my side, shining through the cracks like the first morning light, feeling like a child through the days and the nights, living in your arms as years go by. It's easier to love, oh, oh, easier to love, oh, oh.
Ooh, okay.
It's nothing like the way that you adore me. I can feel love from miles away. And the light in your eyes tells me
I
stories.
think I like this, and then I can put the pause in here.
It's easier to love when it's you by my side, shining through the cracks like the first morning light, feeling like a child through the days and
Ooh, I like it. My style recently has been very, I don't even know what to call it other than like very Nancy Meyers inspired. Or if anyone's watched the show on Netflix, Grace and Frankie, I was like obsessed with their house. It was like on the water, kind of coastal, kind of traditional. I don't know. I think I've started to realize, instead of following trends and trying to be more trendy, like I was really trying to go hard in the like Studio McGee transitional stage, and I felt like I wasn't loving anything, so I started kind of just buying more things that I find pretty, and I've actually realized it's more of like a hodgepodge of styles, but I kind of like it more like that. Oh, I love it so far. Also, little sneak peek, I'm getting new hardware soon, and I'm so excited.
I don't wanna feel this, 'cause it feels like way too long. Got me on the ceiling, but the feels ain't worth the fall. Ooh, la la, it's been
By the way, my husband is the one who, for the most part, does the dishes in our house. That's like my least favorite thing to do ever, and it doesn't bother him at all. That's why his laptop was up here. He like sets up his laptop, watches the news, does the dishes. So I see that. We're in the laundry room right now, and I need some advice. So I feel like every like 2 or 3 loads of laundry that we do, the clothes come out smelling like super musty and mildewy to the point where I have to rewash them. They smell so bad. Like, just, you can't even wear them. They smell nasty. And so we've just been rewashing them. And no, we don't keep them sitting in the washer too long. We don't keep them sitting in the dryer too long. So I couldn't figure out like what was happening. So I Googled it, and everything on Google said to add a half a cup of distilled white vinegar during the rinse cycle to the washing machine. Oh, I need to clean this. So I did it on this load, and they smell really good. But like I said, it doesn't happen every load. So I'm going to do it for this one too. And Google did say do not use this in like every load forever, because it will wear down your washing machine. So I'm just doing it like right now to fix the issue. But this is the detergent we use. We don't ever do like scent boosters or fabric softeners, so maybe that's the issue. But I don't know. We did a half a cup, and like I said, in this last load, and it has no scent at all, which is perfect. But I'm going to try it in this one too. Okay, so before I get into the story, I want to start by saying, okay, so my 5-year-old has had croup so many times. And if you don't know what croup is, it's where they have that, like a horsey, dry cough, and then they try to breathe, and they're like, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but they can't breathe. A lot of the times, if you just get the child to calm down, you can get them to breathe, but sometimes you might have to take them like to the doctors to get a breathing treatment or a steroid. And basically croup is just caused by having some sort of virus, and then it causes croup where I believe your throat is inflamed or something, so you really cannot get enough air. Well, William is 5, and usually kids do not get croup after the ages of like 1 to 3. That's like the prime age of getting it, mostly because they're unable to calm themselves down to take a deep breath. So my son is 5, he's almost 6, and he gets croup all the time, like 3 or 4 times a year. And most of the time when he gets croup, it's like super duper scary, and we have a hard time getting him to breathe. And we put him in a hot steamy bathroom, or they say like stick their head in the freezer, sleep with a cool mist humidifier. Like, we have done absolutely all of it. We are well equipped for how to handle croup at this point, and most of the time we're able to get him to calm down enough to breathe and able to kind of get the symptoms to subside. But there has been a few times where I've had to take him to urgent care. So in November of 2021, we actually had to call 911 because the croup was so bad. We literally could not get him to take a deep breath. He started drooling. He was like, ugh. So we ended up calling 911, and the paramedics came out. It was super scary though, because the paramedics came into the house and they put the oxygen mask on William, so he had an oxygen mask on him. Paramedics were there, they were like tracking his oxygen, and then all of a sudden his oxygen dropped so low, it was at like 70, to the point where one of the paramedics scooped him up and ran to the ambulance, and they left. So he actually had to spend a few nights in the hospital, and later on they told us that the oxygen that he was at when he got to the hospital was like scary low. Like, we got really lucky, and you know, it's a good thing we called 911. So needless to say, croup is like something that, you know, kind of happens a lot, and the doctor, every time it happens, is like, you know, we see this in kids. It's not as common after the age of 3. So we notice he never gets, like, I call it a croup attack. I don't know what the right word is, but he never gets that when he has like a real sickness. So when we had, like, he had the flu last year, he didn't get it. He had strep last year, he didn't get it. He's in kindergarten, so we've gotten all the like sicknesses this year. Like a random night where he just has a runny nose is when he'll have a croup attack. So it's midnight and I hear, this is the other night, I hear him running down the hall. He's going, so immediately I'm like, okay, I know what to do. Like, we have a routine. I'm trying to get him to like take slow, deep breaths. I'm hugging him. I just try to calm him down, and I, you know, turn the shower on the hottest setting and get him into the shower, or not into the shower, but into the bathroom, into the steamy bathroom. So I have him in there, and he's having a hard time breathing, but you know, he's still getting air in. It's just, he's obviously struggling, and like I said, we kind of know the steps, and then when it's the point where you need to take them to the hospital. A little side note is we actually got a new security system like the week before this, because we switched insurances for our home, and then they had like a deal where you get this home security system slash fire system thing, and it kind of goes with the insurance. So we had new fire alarm that we installed, yada yada yada. So that's important to the story. So I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get my husband and wake him up, because I'm starting to feel like really panicky and like I cannot handle this on my own anymore, and I'm starting to get to the point like maybe we need to take him somewhere. So I open up the bathroom door, the steamy bathroom that we were in, and the steam rushes down the hallway, and all of a sudden the fire alarms in the house start going off. So William's in the bathroom trying to breathe and having like a croup attack, and the fire alarms are going off, and the hallway and the bathroom are so steamy, and I like fan it down, and I'm like, whatever, and I get the fire alarms to turn off. However, at this point our 2-year-old is also up now, so now it's kind of like a full family panic session. So I'm trying to deal with Bennett and William, and my husband is dealing with William. Well, then all of a sudden I hear a noise, and I'm like, what is that noise? What is going on? It sounds like a garbage truck, but it's like 1 a.m. So like, what's happening? And all of a sudden I look down the hallway, and the whole house is lit up with red and blue lights, because we have like a really big window that's in the foyer, and I look outside and there is 2 fire trucks in our cul-de-sac. So all of a sudden we're like, wait, why is the fire department here? Because the fire alarm went off for like 10 seconds, and then because it wasn't a fire and it was just the steam, the fire alarm very quickly realized that it wasn't a fire, and it like immediately turned off. I didn't have to touch anything or anything like that. So it was just, I was like shaking from the stress of the croup situation, and my 2-year-old is like running through the hallways upstairs. James is like in the bedroom with William. I'll put a picture right here from our Ring doorbell. And so I'm like downstairs, and I'm really shaky like this just from the whole situation that was happening. And I'm like, hi, sorry, there's no fire, but we have a croup thing going on. And does, if you have kids, do you know what croup is? I was like so disheveled. So these guys like come out in their fire trucks thinking this house is on fire. And I open the door and I'm like, I'm so sorry, there's no fire, but do you happen to have a paramedic on you? And he's like, no, do we need to call a paramedic? And I'm like, 1 second. And I run upstairs and I check on Will. And at this point, Will is totally fine. He's just playing on his tablet, can breathe, like no issues at all. I come back downstairs and I'm like, I guess he's fine now. And they were like, okay, thank you. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, it's no big deal, like da-da-da. So I don't know, they left and that was fine. So we brought up asthma to his doctor multiple times, and at this point we actually have an appointment tomorrow to look more into it. But we called our insurance and they hooked us up to a teledoc. At this point it's like 2:30 in the morning, and my husband explains all of the symptoms and everything, and the doctor was like, you know what, I'm actually going to send an inhaler to a 24-hour pharmacy, that way you guys can have it like on hand in your house. So I was like, perfect, where's the closest 24-hour pharmacy? So it was 40 minutes away. But at this point I am not going to sleep until we have an inhaler in the house, because I just really wasn't comfortable going back to bed with how he was breathing, and I don't know, it didn't feel, I didn't want to regret not getting this inhaler. So I get in the car because my husband handles medical stuff better than I do. So I was like, I'll be the one to go get the inhaler. You stay here with the kids just in case he wakes back up. So because this is a 40-minute drive away, I made sure to call the CVS before leaving to be like, are you guys actually open? It's 3 a.m. right now. Like, I'm gonna start heading your way, but it's 40 minutes away. So I just wanna make sure you're actually open. And the person was like, we're open, yes, we got your prescription, yada yada. So I start driving there, and like 20 minutes later, I'm about 20 minutes out, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna call again to make sure it's ready for pickup. So I call again, make sure it's ready for pickup, because I was just super nervous that I was gonna get there and they weren't gonna be open for some reason. And it confirmed that it was ready for pickup. So 20 minutes later, it's like 3:40, I walk into CVS and there's like an 18-year-old guy working, I don't know, just restocking stuff inside the store. And I look over at the pharmacy and the pharmacy was closed. It was like, you could see the pharmacist in the pharmacy, but they had pulled the bars down. And I was like, is the pharmacy open? And the guy was like, no, the pharmacy's closed, they're doing inventory. And I was like, I just need an inhaler. I just called twice. I called to make sure they were open, and I called again to make sure it was ready. He's like, sorry. And I was like, is there any way, like, can I talk to him? Is there any way he can give me? And he's like, nah, nope, he's counting, sorry. And I was like, so defeated. It was like 3:45 in the morning at this point, but that's okay. They would not let me get it. Thankfully, my husband, I called around, and there right across the street was a 24-hour Walgreens, which hadn't even came up on Google. So my husband called the teledoc, and the doctor sent it over. So I went over to that Walgreens, I got the inhaler. The lady was so nice. Everything worked out totally fine. Got home at like, gosh, it was like 4:30 in the morning, but that's okay because I just know if I had stayed home, I wouldn't have went to sleep anyways, and I would have been anxious. So I just felt like so happy to have this inhaler. So yeah, I hope that story was interesting for you guys. It was so chaotic and stressful in the moment, but now looking back, it's like a funny story to tell because that night was just so crazy. I don't know, it was like so chaotic, but we're totally fine now. William was 100% fine the rest of the night, and when he woke up the next day, and we do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow with his pediatrician to try to figure out like what next steps are, like if it's an allergy thing, if it's asthma or what. But I just feel a lot better that we actually have an inhaler now in case it happens again. But yeah, this is the finished makeup look.